So reading foundation is very important. And so I thought I wanted to give you a word picture to show you how important it is. So think about building a house. My husband was in construction for 20 years. And he saw so many times where builders cut corners on the foundation of a house. And actually, when we came to buy the house that we're living in now, we looked at about 20 different houses. And there were some houses that we looked at that had cracks all over, like the ceilings everywhere. And we'd walk in, we'd say thank you. We looked around, we were polite, and we walked out, and I'd be like starstruck because, oh, it was so beautiful. My husband would say, nope, not doing it. I'm like, what's the matter? It was beautiful. And he'd say, bad foundation. How could he tell? The cracks everywhere. When the house is not built on a good foundation, it's not structurally sound. And so there's telltale signs that show that the house wasn't built right and is not stable. So reading is very similar to that. And how do you know if a child doesn't have a good foundation in reading? Well, obviously there's no cracks to show up, but it shows up in places like when they're frustrated and there's tears on their part and possibly yours, and they hate reading. That's a sign that they're struggling, right? Another one is where they are struggling to sound out words, to decode them, and they need a lot of help, okay? That can be a sign. Another one is where they skip over periods and their punctuation. Now, there's a stage that they go through where that is normal, and you have to make them aware of those periods and punctuation marks. But when it's something that continues on for any length of time, that's a problem. Another one is where they read something and they have no idea what they read. My mom used to call that a word caller. Great word caller. Could read anything. Could tell you what they read. That's a problem. Now, all of those things are fixable. So if you have a kiddo like that, don't discourage. There's things you can do. But that's why having a really good foundation in reading from the beginning is so important, because it can eliminate that frustration for your child, and it can instill in them a confidence and a love for reading that they really need if they're going to be lifelong learners. Now, if you have a kiddo that is frustrated with reading, that hates it, that struggles, they can still reach that place of loving to read, having that confidence. So stick with me here, and I'll show you how.